Now, in the previous video where we were looking at creating a pivot table, we ended up with the pivot table over here and a lovely little pivot chart that is related to it, based on this list of cake sales data, which we had formatted using this format as table option. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to show you some layout options, just the preferences that I like really. One of the things I've noticed in these last versions of Excel is they've changed slightly the default way that the tables are laid out. Can you see I have got two things on my rows area? I've got product and then client, which means that it's giving me a total by product and then broken down by client, total by product, then broken down by client. Now, I think most people expect subtotals to be at the bottom of a group rather than at the top of a group. So I think that might be a bit confusing in terms of the layout, particularly if you've got a massive table with loads and loads of categories. I can see people looking at the wrong total. So I want to fix that first of all. I need to be inside the table itself. And then if I go to the design tab at the top here, there's an option called subtotals, and I'm going to change it to an option that says show all subtotals at bottom of group. And what that does is it gives me a heading for the type of cake, then the three values for my sales figures, and then the total at the bottom of that group. But then I think it kind of gets glued together with the next type of cake after that. So the other thing I'm going to do, there's a button on here that says blank rows, and I'm going to choose an option that says insert blank line after each item. It doesn't mean each item, it means each group effectively. So then I've got kind of like mini tables for each product, which I think makes it much easier to read. The other thing I would probably do, there's an option called pivot table styles here, which is very like the format as table styles we were looking at in previous videos. And if I choose the drop down here, can you see you can change the formatting? And the ones that I like for things that have subtotals is a group called medium, because if I choose this one, for example, can you see it color codes every time it finds a new title, every time it finds a new subtotal. So it's really obvious to see where it breaks up the different sections. Now, we could also do some formatting on the chart itself while we're at it. So if I click onto the chart, you'll notice that you get three tabs at the top this time. You get pivot chart analyze now, and a design and format tab. Now, the design and format tab are really talking about the chart formatting, and the pivot chart analyze is really talking about the pivot chart options. So I'm going to go for the design options, and let's say I want a color scheme that goes reasonably well with whatever color scheme I've chosen for my table. There's an option called change colors, and I'm going to go for this kind of groovy purple so that it matches in with my table. And there's lots of other options that, can you see these sort of subtypes of chart as to how you want your labels, what kind of background you want. Maybe I'll go for this little fellow here because he's got data labels at the top of each column, which makes it much easier to read. And I think that's all I really wanted to show you on terms of formatting. In the next video, I think we're going to look at filtering and slicers.